In this experiment, I'm going to demonstrate you how to find out the internal resistance of a dry cell. Before you start the experiment, you must have the complete circuit diagram with you. So first I'll show you the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram for this experiment. So what you find is this is the potentiometer wire. So you have got the A and B, and length of the each wire, constant wire is 100 centimeter. Here you have got the metal strip, and then 100 meter again is strip, and this is how a number of wires are connected in series. So the starting point where we connect this is the unknown battery whose EMF we are going to find out. So the positive of this should be connected to A. So the length measurement should start from A, where the positive of the battery is connected. So from here to here, 100 centimeter, then this is 200, then this is 300 and 400. So the starting, and this is very important, the A should be where the positive of the dry cell and the positive of the eliminator should be connected. So you should make the circuit diagram. First, let us complete this circuit diagram. So you start from A, positive of the battery, dry cell battery, and positive of the, you can take a battery eliminator, or you can, the cell should be connected here at this point of the potentiometer. And the negative of the battery eliminator should be connected to a ammeter. This is the ammeter. So minus should be connected to the minus, and the plus should be connected to a key. So either you can use a on-off key, or if you are using a battery eliminator, the switch on the battery eliminator itself will work as a K1. And this is the rheostat. So the rheostat can be 0 to 100 ohm. So the rheostat has 3 terminals. So one terminal should be connected to K1, and the other terminal, that is which is sliding, should be connected to B. So this is the a part of the battery eliminator. Now let us come to the dry battery. So the dry battery, a dry cell, the positive should be connected to a resistance box. So resistance box is 0 to 50 ohm. So this is the known resistance we will be introducing, and this is one-way key K2, and the negative of the battery should be connected to K2. And now this resistance box, this is a high resistance box. It is basically for safety. So this should be connected to K3 and the galvanometer and the jockey. So this is what the experiment we are going to do. So first we will find out the L0. The value of L0 should be, we should find out in the beginning, and the L0 in the end of the experiment. So the procedure is, we will start first, we will find out the L0. So for that we'll take the K3 out. Okay, K3 will be out and K2 will be out. Once we put the K1 on, now you slide the jockey on this potentiometer and find out L0. Okay, that is approximate L0. But to get the L0, you must insert the K3 for a very fraction of a second and find out the L0. So that is the beginning of the L0. And the next step is now introduce, say first start with 10 ohm. Okay, and then put the K2 on. Again find out the L. Then next, keep reducing the resistance by 1 ohm. So first start with 10 ohm, 9 ohm, 8 ohm, 7 ohm, 6 ohm, and 5 ohm. And you get the null point. So that will give you L. The only thing is, you should make sure that you should not short the battery. So when you are inserting the K2, before you are putting the K2 on, make sure that one resistance is out, either 10 ohm, 9 ohm, and 8 ohm. So that precaution you have to take, and make sure that the A starting is connected to the positive. So let us go and see the actual demonstration. Now let us see the experiment. So first I will show you what all equipments are there. So if you see this is the rheostat. So the rheostat has got again the 3 terminal, 1 terminal, 2 terminal, and 3rd terminal. So this 3rd terminal is the variable, and this is the ammeter. So when you are doing the experiment, make sure that the current is constant. So this is the ammeter and this is the battery eliminator we are using. And this battery eliminator and is connected to A. So this point, as I was telling you, this is A and this is B. So A is connected to positive and this is a dry cell. Actually, this is a dry cell 1.5 volt, which is readily available. So we are going to measure the internal resistance of this dry cell. So this is positive and this is negative. Now, this is the resistance box, okay? That is 0 to 10 ohm. So here we will be changing the resistance 10 ohm, 9 ohm, 8 ohm, 7 ohm, 6 ohm, and 5 ohm. This is key K2. Okay, as you have seen, this is K2, and this is a high resistance box that is 0 to 10 kilo ohm. So this is for a safety purpose, and this is K3, and this is the galvanometer, and this is the jockey. So and as I told you, this is the scale. Okay, where you will be measuring the L0 and L. So the positive. You should take the reading from here. So positive of the battery where it is connected is the starting scale. So 0 and 100 centimeter. Okay. Then this becomes 200, 300, 400 like that. You got 10 meter of a potentiometer wire which is connected in series. So the first thing is we have to measure the L0. So to measure the L0, first put the K1 key on. So K1 key on. Now throughout the experiment, the current, you see what the current it is indicating around 88 milliampere. So that current should remain constant. The current should not change. The current which is flowing through the potentiometer should not change throughout the experiment. So let us get the null point. So to get the null point, keep the, you can put any high resistance. So we have put 1 kilo ohm and quickly find out the L0. So let us see, okay, where is the L0? Before that, you should check, you should keep the jockey to the extreme left, the A and the B. And you find that the galvanometer should deflect in opposite direction. So here you see, it's going to the right, I put the extreme end. That is, see, it is in the opposite direction. That means whatever circuit you have drawn is correct. Otherwise, check your connection. If the galvanometer is moving only in one direction in both the places, that means something wrong with the connection. So recheck the connection. So now everything is okay. Now we can find out the L0. So you just see here. See here. If I move here, it is going in the opposite direction. And now you see some. You see here, this is the L0 because the galvanometer deflection is 0. So to get the, again, L0, you insert the K3 in and measure it. Okay. So see here. And now, see here. Yeah. So note down the value. It is showing 300, 100, 200, almost 300, you can say 10 or something like that, or it's a 300, okay? So it is here. Yeah, so it is 300. So now L0 in the beginning of the experiment, L0 you have to write. So you write here, observation table, 300 centimeter, okay? Now we start getting the value of L, okay? So to get the value of L, what we are going to do is, we'll start with the 10 ohm. So now you see this 10 ohm key is out and now K2 should be in and we'll find out what is the L. So for 10 ohm, put the key in and now find out, move the jockey. See here, see here. Now at this point, this is the null point. So null point is see, you have to measure from here, okay? So it is, see here. So it is showing almost 265. Take it both the direction till you get here, okay? So read this. See here, 265. This scale is showing 65. So 265. So L is 265. So right here for 10 ohm, 265. Okay. And now we will reduce by 1. So now we have to take for 9. So take out 5, 2, 7, 9 and put this back. Okay. Now this is 9 ohm. R is 9 ohm. Put the this thing K2 in and find out now the other null point. Okay. Quickly. You see here. Here. Okay. This side is going. So try to make it 0. So see here. Now it is showing 260. Okay. So approximately it is 260. So the next is 260. Okay. Now now take out 8. Make 8. So now you see 5 to 7 plus 1 8 ohm. Now quickly find out the L again for 8 ohm. So put the K2 in and find out the null point. So you see this? See the null point is yeah. See it's going other way. Now is here. Okay, so it is 250. So this scale is showing 250. So 100, 200, 250. So the next reading is 250. Now next is 7. So you take 7. So how do you get 7? Put 1 ohm in. So this becomes 7. So now quickly find out, insert the K2 in and find out the next null point. So next null point, you see here, it's showing 245. Okay, you see here, and now you move. Okay, 242. 242. Okay, so 24 1.5. Okay, 24 1.5. So now down 24 1.5. So now you continue with 6. Okay, so 6. Put the. So now you got 5 ohm plus 1 ohm, 6 ohm, and yeah. Okay, now you find for 6. Okay, so put the K2 in again. Okay, so 2 4. Yeah, 2 2. Okay, so it is 2 29 to 9 2 to 9.5. Okay, 2 to 9.5. So 2 to 9.5, and the last is 5 ohm. So 5 ohm, you put this back, put the K2 in, and now you find out for this. Okay, so this is doing 217. Okay, so it's showing 217. Okay, so 217, and now you have to get the L0 again towards the end of the experiment. So how do you get? Take out K2 and check the L0 again. So we'll see the L0. So put the K3 in. And find out the towards the end of the experiment. See here, now value of L0 towards the end of the experiment is 272. Okay, 272. So, and you see the current is remaining same. You can check the current throughout this, it has not changed. So, you have to note down the value of the current, which is 88 milliampere. So, now towards the end of this is 270 or 272. It is 272. So, now your experiment is complete. You have got different values of R, you have got L, and you have to take the mean of L0. So mean of 300 plus 272 divided by 2 will give you the mean L0, and now you can calculate the internal resistance by using the formula L0 minus L divided by L and multiplied by R. So R is here, and you can take the mean of this internal resistance, that will give you the internal resistance of the battery, and then you can do the graphical method. By graphical method also you can calculate the internal resistance. So you apply both the method. One is the calculation, okay, by experimental calculation, and other is by graphical method. So in graphical method you have to plot on the x-axis 1 by L and the y-axis 1 by R, okay, and you make a approximately straight line and get the intercept of this line and take the inverse of that, so you'll get the value of R. So you have to do the calculation. So right, your result will be the value of internal resistance by calculation, say 1.4 ohm, and by graphical method, say 2 ohm or 2.2 ohm, whatever is the value you get. So this is the end of the experiment number 3, that is the internal resistance of a dry cell. So once again, the important thing is your scale should start, your measurement should start where the positive of the dry cell and positive of the eliminator is connected, and ensure that the this key K2 is inserted only for a short duration of time when you want to take the measurement of L. Otherwise, keep the key open. Otherwise, the unnecessarily the current will flow and the heating will take place in the potentiometer wire. And make sure that, okay, ensure that you should not short the battery. So make sure that when you are inserting the K2 in, one of the resistance is out, and always use a high resistance to protect the circuit. Otherwise your circuit, your galvanometer or the instrument may get damaged, and the current flowing through the circuit should remain constant. Don't change the current flowing through the circuit, otherwise your results will be wrong. So that is the end of the experiment. So kindly record all the observation in your record book and write the results. Thank you.